Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Kenny Ronang Ngalin, the Managing Director as well as founder of Ocean Vantage. I would like to take you through a short introduction of Ocean Vantage, and I hope with this video you will have a better idea of who we are, what we do, as well as what are our strategic directions for the future. Ocean Vantage is an integrated support services provider for the upstream and downstream segment of the oil and gas industry. Established back in 2011, we have supported renowned oil and gas customers from more than 15 countries across 5 regions in both the upstream and downstream segments. We are headquartered in Mevi, Sarawak, and we have offices in Puchong, Bintulu and Labuan, as well as a fabrication yard in Senai, Johor. We are also a Petronas licensed services provider with a total of 189 swag cords to supply product services to the oil and gas industry in Malaysia. We primarily operate in the upstream and downstream segment of the oil and gas value chain. Our services for the upstream segments comprise of EPC and project management, supply of manpower, supply of material, tools and equipment, and provision of drilling rig charter services through our partner Noble Corporation. We are expanding our offerings to include underwater diving and advanced NDT and inspection services under the EPC and project management segment. As for the downstream segment, our services are EPC and project management, supply of manpower, and supply of materials, tools, and equipment. We have a diverse portfolio of clients from domestic and international oil and gas markets. Our clientele comprises renowned international drilling contractors, oilfield services companies, national oil companies, and international oil companies. Some of the familiar names that you may know about are such as Maersk Drilling, Noble Drilling, Petronas, Seadrill, Shell, Transocean, and many more. We have been growing steadily over the years. Our 3-year compounded annual growth rate, or CAGR, for revenue is about 48.9%, while our CAGR for profit after tax has been growing at 36.7% throughout the financial year end of 2016 to 2019. For the year 2019, our revenue jumped 91%, while our profit after tax grew 34% against 2018. Our overall growth is mainly driven by higher contribution from the supply of manpower segment due to the revival of exploration activities and activation of drilling rigs for our existing and new clients. In 2019, the largest revenue contributor to the group is our supply of manpower services. Revenue breakdown in 2019 itself was 71% for the supply of manpower, 21% for the EPC and project management, and 8% supply of materials, tools and equipment. We have a relatively strong balance sheet. As of 31 December 2019, we are in net cash position as our total gross cash in hand exceeds our total debts. Our gearing is relatively low at about 0.1 time. This is mainly achieved by our asset-light business model. Meanwhile, our average trade receivables turnover is within acceptable norm around 104 days. We have no provisions for doubtful receivables over the last 3 financial periods from 2016 to 2019. We plan to expand our services in both the upstream and downstream. For the upstream, we're looking into broadening our range of support services in EPC and project management segments to capture opportunities in the oil and gas industry such as underwater diving services and advanced NDT and inspection services. For the downstream, to further strengthen our project management capabilities to enhance our revenue stream. We secured our first downstream contract in 2018 for the provision of plant change project work in Bintulu, Sarawak. Since then, we have continued securing downstream oil and gas contracts and supporting some of the major players in Sarawak. We anticipate most of our operations will be concentrated in the offshore oil field in East Malaysia and onshore areas along the Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy, or SCORE. In summary, here are some of Ocean Vantage's key strengths. We have a resilient business model flexible service provider with scalable operations, meaning that we can scale from small to a bigger scale and back. Solid financial positions, asset-light, low gearing, and net cash positions. We have healthy earning growth, which I mentioned earlier, 3 years of CAGR of 48.9% in revenue and 36.7% in profit after tax for year 2016 to 2019. We have an experienced key management team. Collectively, we have more than 70 years of experience in the oil and gas industry. Being a Petronas licensed vendor with a total of 189 SRAC codes and an established track record in various safety and quality standards. We have a diverse clientele in the domestic and international markets, widespread market presence in more than 15 countries across 5 regions. I hope you had an insightful glimpse into Ocean Vantage through this presentation. Thank you once again for tuning in. If you have any questions or if you're interested to find out more about us, you may log on to our website at www.ovbhd.com. Meanwhile, stay safe and healthy. Bye.